I get asked a lot by people because they know I play a lot of golf, where they should start. Kind of give me some tips. I give them some tips on equipment. So I thought I'd do that today. And first, I want to start off with golf bags. This is the first type of golf bag. This is a stand bag. And stand bags are for people under 20 who still think they have a chance. The next kind of bag we have is what's called a hybrid bag, which is a cross between a stand bag and a cart bag. And this is for anybody under 30 who still think they have a chance. And the last type of bag we have is what's called a cart bag. And this is for anybody over 40 who's just given up. As you drive to the golf course here, I want to talk a few minutes about equipment. Equipment's a very important part of being a good golfer. Some say it's the most important part. It takes a long time to find the right clubs. Manufacturers make clubs that they go right, they make clubs that go left, they make clubs that they make you hit the ball fat and thin, everything else in the world. So it does take a long time to find the right clubs. And the manufacturers, that sometimes they just don't make the right clubs. Some people say, well, go get custom fit, but custom fit to me is just a sham. I don't know why anybody would do that. But there is a couple of rules on equipment if you want to be a baller. First of all, your clubs have to be less than 2 years old. That's the number one thing if you want to be a baller. Now, there is two caveats to that. If you play blades, they can be however old they need to be. But the thing about blades is, the more they beat up, the better they are. Okay, so if you're going to play blades, it's best if you just beat them all to hell one day and go to the golf course with them. They play better that way. I don't know why, they do. The other caveat to that is lead tape. It doesn't matter what year your clubs are, as long as if you put lead tape on them, they're legit. Okay? So here are the rules. One, it takes a while because club manufacturers make inconsistent clubs, and custom fitting is a sham. Two, they got to be less than 2 years old. Or if they're older than 2 years old, they have to have lead tape or be blades. If they're blades, they need to be beat to hell. So that's the rules on equipment. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to show you guys on the practice tee, but there's a whole bunch of people down there, and I don't want to mess with their practicing. Plus, someday I might have to play them for money. I don't want them knowing all my secrets. So I'm going to come out on the course a little bit, show you guys the secrets to practice, playing golf, having fun. To be a really good golfer, you got to be able to drive the ball long and straight. So usually my drives are like super long, and as you can see, this one's dead down the middle. So I hit that one pretty good. Should be about 285, 290. So I'm going to check my distances and let you guys know. Well, it says 225 yards, so I don't know what happened. It's a little wet out here, and there's a lot of wind blowing, so it might have been one of those two factors. Being a consistent golfer, you got to have a really good iron game. Here I drove this one up to 100 yards of the green. If I get it close, I'll have a good birdie putt. It's really important that you have a good iron game. I caught that one a little bit heavy. Not only do your drives have to be super long, but it's very important that they're so accurate. Like, they need to be down the middle each and every time. Really helps you out in the scoring aspect of the game. that out? I had a little problem with that one. It seems to be out of bounds. Another one. Just stayed in down there. Got one, two, weighing three. Chipping is such a huge, important part of the game. It's important that you do it good. Here I have a simple chip, uphill into a pin. Should be no problem at all. Let me try that one again. Still no good. Let's try it again. Two duffs and a blade across the green. That's about right. Course management is another huge key into playing golf. It's important that you choose the right clubs and you know your distance, proper distances when you go to hit the ball. So in this hole, it's a fairly short par 3, about 220 yards. So I'm going to hit an 8-iron because I don't want to go over. There's a lot of trouble over the green. So 230 yards, 8-iron, should have given me perfect distance right to the pin. Here's a look at it if you want to see it. No problem at all. So you just want to make sure you know your distances before you hit the ball. So like I said, 230 yards, 8-iron. That was just the right club. I'm just a little bit short of the hole there. We'll give you a little putting lesson. The most important putting lesson I can give you is never believe that you're going to miss the putt. That's the most important lesson. We have about a 10-footer here. Should be fairly easy. At least get down in 2. We'll see how we do. Blew that one by a little bit, but I'm sure I can make the easy comebacker. Four putt, not really what you want to do, but hey, I'm still 2 under par. Just want to take a second to show you 2 things that must be in every baller's bag. In order to be classified as a baller, you need 2 things in your bag. It's a must-have. 1 is an alignment stick, and 2 is a practice aid of some sort. I'll show you mine. Here's an alignment stick, of course. It's pretty self-explanatory. Everybody must have one of these in their bag. My practice aid of choice is this thing. It's called an orange something. I'm not sure what it does or what it's supposed to do. All I know is it's a practice aid, and anybody that looks in my bag can see that I have one in there, and that's important. You want to practice aid that everybody can see. Did you hit a bad shot? It happens from every now and then, but no baller is going to admit that. Hit a bad shot, your foot slipped, your hand slipped, there's too much moisture in the air, tee boxes are wrong, they shouldn't have put the tree there, the bunkers are in the wrong spot, anything like that. No baller is ever going to admit that they hit a bad shot. And the biggest one was the dang club. Because like I told you earlier, those manufacturers, they be making some crappy clubs on purpose. So if you ever have a bad shot, Make sure you have a built-in excuse, one ready to go just in case. Never put the blame on yourself, because I've never hit a bad shot. It's always something else. Like I was saying earlier, everybody's got to have at least one alignment stick in their bag. Now the range is completely full of people, and like I say, I might be playing those guys for money someday, so I don't want to give them any of my secrets. So you take your alignment stick when you're practicing on the range, or we're just warming up because nobody practices. You take your alignment stick while you're on the range and just throw it down. It could be pointed semi-direct, semi at a target. Doesn't really matter as long as you have one down. It doesn't really matter if you even use it or you pay attention to where it's aimed or anything. As long as you have one down, everybody knows that you're a baller. So here's kind of what that looks like. Now sometimes you can get a little fancy and everybody will know you're a dang serious baller. Let me kind of show you what that looks like. There it is there. Now if you show up to the range and you have something laid down kind of looking like this, it doesn't matter what you're doing, everybody's going to think you're balling. It doesn't even matter. Just put a whole bunch of clubs and sticks and whatever you got down there. Oh, one more thing. Almost forgot the most important one is the head cover. You got to have the head cover in there too. So you get on the range, you throw up something looking like this, people gonna know you're a baller. You know you're serious business. Like I say, you don't even have to know what any of it means. You just got to set it up. That's the most important thing. One last thing we need to talk about you being a baller golfer is handicap. Don't ever tell anybody your handicap if it's over 5. If they ask you on the tee box, say it's a 2. If you have a bad day, lose some money, hey, you just had a bad day and lost some money. You can't be a baller golfer, hitting the ball 280 yards, iron game, awesome short game, and great putting, and have a 14 handicap. You just can't do it. So if anybody ever asks you, my handicap's a 2, you happen to play bad that day, even if you're a 10, if you happen to play bad that day, hey, just had a bad day. Nothing you can do about it. So, anyway, that's my thoughts on handicaps. So we hope you had these video, got you some good tips on how to be a better golfer. If you like the video, subscribe. If not, it's okay. I'll still put out another video. Hopefully you can watch it later. Have a good day.